Okay, let's launch Vantage again. So right now we give it a light so we could get it out of the dark, and we have the material. So we are going to assist the lighting, and after that the materials. So right now here we have some hidden lights, we have window lights, and we have the sun. We delete the sunlight for some reason, but we turn the other lights off. We have so many lights, turn them off individually is going to be difficult, so we come to this section, to the tools, V-Ray light system. So as you can see, I can turn them all off. And of course, I can do the editing and setting here. So this is a very practical panel. Okay, we delete the sunlight here. So let's just create our own sun. We come to this section, V-Ray sun. And of course, we can choose the sunlight from this panel, which is faster. We drag the sunlight here. We had an environment before, so we replace it like this. So we move it up. We don't use this one. To move it, we use keys W, E, R, and Q. So we are done. We want to go to Vantage. Here comes Live Link. Right, so this is our environment. So right now we are looking for points to mention that, don't worry. The first ability is the ability to pin it. For example, if I come here to Vantage, I can pin it and it sticks here. So right now this is a big screen. I can see behind. So what we do, we make it smaller. And then we click on Control and the key above tab, and we have the full screen here. So I make it smaller, and like this, I have a live preview of my work. Another point, down there to the right, you can see some good options. So it shows us our graphic card. For example, if we have two graphic cards, it shows 2 multiply 2 graphic cards. No, 1 graphic card, sorry. So sometimes the app doesn't recognize one of the graphic cards. We come to the edit section here, and you activate both. It automatically recognizes it, but activate it. Another point, which is how much it is consuming your RAM. So right now I open up Task Manager. So as you can see in this section, I can see 3.6% of my 24 gigabyte RAM is being consumed. I can see the chart here, how much, the Vantage is using and other applications are using it. And just remember, if I start rendering, like high quality rendering, this chart is gonna go up. So be careful, have free space for your RAM. And another point here is the temperature of our system. If it's around like 60, 70, even 80, it's okay, but more than that is just dangerous. You have to give your graphic card a rest. And another point I had to mention, after you do the rendering, you're gonna be hearing a crazy sound from the fan of your graphic card. It's normal, it's gonna cool it down, and don't just shut it down after the rendering is done. Let the fan cool your graphic card down. So to the left part, we have to mention another point. This 120 is the amount of the FPS of the Vantage. And if I go to interior, probably we have lower FPS. The project is too heavy, it even goes to 5 or 6 FPS, but it doesn't matter. We will fix that too. We're not going to discuss it right now. Okay, it depends on the scene. Another point is that this section, our live link as, it's consuming our graphic card, and the resolution is 1800. So right now we come to the max. So when I change the resolution in there, the resolution will change in the Vantage too. So as you can see, the maximum resolution here is different with that one because it is consuming from the max application, sorry. The amount of lag, the amount of FPS depends on that, how much it is using the max software. You can observe it, of course, in this section. So right now I decrease the amount of resolution so we could have a better FPS. Another point, when I move this, this down here, it becomes live link, it becomes idle live link. And this is because there's no pressure on my graphic card. And how do I do that? Like this. So we go to the edit and the preferences section. So here with this section, this number is usually around 1000 or 500,000 or 5000, sorry. So like this, we increase it, and what happens is that when we go inside, we come to this section. So again, we go to this section and active pixels overlay, and as you can see, the white parts are not rendered yet, and when I move it, it starts again. As you can see, like the windows are rendered at the beginning. So the black parts are rendered, but the white parts are still being rendered. They're still in the process of rendering. Well, the question is, do I need to have my scene completely rendered in the preview? No. So you see, when I move it, it's done, but it is still rendering when I activate this section. So that's just what I want. If I want a high quality, I'll do that in the final rendering process. Alright, so right now we come to the edit and the preferences again. And then we change the number to 100. And when you do that, this whole process will end. So you see, when I try that again, it doesn't consume a lot of my graphic card.